Hey warriors, let me ask you something. Why is it so easy for us to forget the good in our lives? Why do we overlook the people who love us, the roof that shelters us, the miracle of simply waking up? We chase more, always more, convinced happiness is somewhere in the distance. But ancient philosophers discovered a practice so powerful it can transform your entire relationship with life in just minutes a day. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "When you arise in the morning, think of what a privilege it is to be alive, to breathe, to think, to enjoy, to love." To the Stoics, this wasn't poetry. It was a tool, a daily discipline meant to rewire the human heart. Gratitude wasn't fluff. It was survival. It was sanity. It was the difference between living in quiet desperation and experiencing deep joy even in hardship. Epictetus taught that freedom isn't found in your circumstances. It's found in the way you see your circumstances. And gratitude was the key that unlocked that freedom. Today, we're diving into the most powerful gratitude practices used by the Stoics, not the watered-down Instagram version people like to throw around, but the real practices that help them face war, exile, disease, betrayal, and loss without breaking. If this message resonates with you, hit the like button. Comment below, "I read every one," and your words fuel this community. Share this with someone who needs grounding today. Subscribe, because we're building something rare, a place where ancient wisdom meets modern life, where transformation is practical, not theoretical. The Stoics didn't stumble into wisdom. They built it, brick by brick, practice by practice. And today, we start building too. Comment below, "I choose gratitude daily." 1. The morning contemplation, seeing what you have before it's gone. The Stoics practice something that sounds dark, but is actually one of the most life-affirming habits ever discovered. They called it premeditatio malorum, the premeditation of loss. I call it the morning contemplation because the goal is clarity, not fear. Seneca said, "We suffer more in imagination than in reality." We spend so much energy fearing we'll lose things that we forget to appreciate having them. So try this. Before you touch your phone, take 60 seconds. Just 60. Imagine losing something you deeply love. Not to torment yourself, but to wake yourself up. Imagine your partner gone. Feel the empty bed, the quiet house, the messages you'll never receive. Or imagine losing your health, your ability to move, your ability to walk without pain. The Stoics did this to break the illusion of permanence, the illusion that tricks us into sleepwalking through life. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself daily that everyone he loved would eventually die, including him, not because he was morbid, but because he refused to waste a single moment taking them for granted. When you do this practice, something incredible happens. Your ordinary life stops feeling ordinary. Your morning coffee becomes a blessing. Your commute becomes time you get to have. Your home stops being background noise and becomes shelter, safety, gratitude. This isn't fear. This is awakening. Try it tomorrow morning. Pick one person you love. Imagine, for 30 seconds, that they're gone. Then open your eyes and feel the gratitude flood in. Comment below, "I see my blessings clearly." 2. The evening reflection, turning your day into wisdom. Morning is for awakening. Evening is for learning. Every day is full of lessons, but we miss them because we never pause long enough to extract the gold. Seneca described his nightly ritual. When the house was quiet, he reviewed his entire day, hiding nothing, excusing nothing, exaggerating nothing. Not for guilt, for growth. Use these 3 questions. 1. What did I do well today? This isn't arrogance. It's acknowledging your own progress. 2. What could I have done better? Not from judgment, from curiosity. 3. What am I grateful for today? Be specific. Generic gratitude doesn't change you. Specific gratitude does. Small moments, real moments, human moments. Do this every night, and you begin building 2 things: self-awareness and self-respect. The Stoics didn't waste days. They mined them. 3. The gratitude reversal. Finding the gift inside the obstacle. This is the heart of Stoic gratitude. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." Every obstacle is hiding a gift, not in a fake positivity way. Not everything is amazing, but in a deeper, more honest way. Pain is a teacher. Struggle is a sculptor. Challenge is a training ground. When something goes wrong, pause and ask, what is this teaching me? And how might I one day be grateful this happened? You've lived this already. The breakup that redirected your life, the failure that forced growth, the hardship that built resilience. The Stoics simply practiced this intentionally, not accidentally. 4. Voluntary discomfort, relearning the value of enough. Gratitude fades when comfort becomes normal. The Stoics knew this, so they regularly practiced voluntary discomfort. Simple food, rough clothes, cold conditions, sleeping without luxury. Not as punishment, as perspective. Because when you temporarily step away from comfort, you return to it with fresh eyes. Try 1. Cold showers. Eating only simple foods for a day. Sleeping on the floor. Walking instead of driving. A day without your phone. Not to suffer, to remember. Blessings become invisible when we stop noticing them. Voluntary discomfort makes them visible again. 5. The view from above. Seeing your life from above. Marcus Aurelius used this practice constantly. Imagine rising above your home, your city, your country, your planet, until you see yourself as one small human among billions, alive for a brief moment in cosmic time. At first it seems small, but then it becomes overwhelming. The fact that you exist at all is a miracle. Your problems shrink. Your perspective expands. Your gratitude deepens. Life becomes precious again. Comment, my life is precious now. 6. Gratitude for adversity. Thanking your struggles for your strength. This is the highest level of gratitude. Not gratitude for comfort, but gratitude for the forces that shaped you. Marcus Aurelius said, "The blazing fire makes flame and brightness out of everything thrown into it." Your hardships have strengthened you. Your losses have seasoned you. Your struggles have built the muscles comfort never could. Write down 3 past hardships. Next to each, write what it taught you. Patience, resilience, independence, courage, discipline. This is the Stoic transformation. Pain becomes purpose. Struggle becomes strength. Obstacles become the way. 7. The Stoic pause. Mastering the space between emotion and reaction. Most people live on autopilot. An emotion hits them, and they react instantly. Anger explosion. Fear avoidance. Stress impatience. Insecurity clinging. Hurt withdrawal. But the Stoics had a secret weapon. The pause. Epictetus said, "You are disturbed not by events, but by the views you take of them." Between stimulus and response, there is a tiny space. Most people never use it. They collapse instantly. But if you practice the Stoic pause, everything changes. Here's how. When something triggers you, before you speak, before you text, before you defend yourself, take 1 breath. Just 1. That breath creates space. And in that space, you choose your response instead of being controlled by your reaction. This is where gratitude begins, not by eliminating emotion, but by mastering it. A man who pauses becomes a man who sees clearly. A man who sees clearly becomes unstoppable. 8. Negative visualization, strengthening the mind before life tests you. Modern people avoid thinking about loss. Stoics practiced it deliberately, not to become sad, but to become prepared. Imagine this. A soldier who has trained for battle stays calm during war. A man who never trained panics during his first fight. Negative visualization is mental training. You imagine challenges before they happen. Losing money, facing rejection, getting sick, being betrayed, failing publicly, not to suffer, but to reduce fear. When the moment comes, you don't collapse. Seneca said, "What is hard to bear is sweet to remember." By practicing hardship in your mind, real hardship becomes manageable, and gratitude grows naturally, because suddenly, everything you still have feels precious. 9. The discipline of enough. Killing the illusion that more will save you. Modern society is built on this lie. Once you get more, then you'll be happy. More money, more beauty, more admiration, more attention, more followers, more achievements. The Stoics exposed this illusion 2,000 years ago. They said, enough is a decision, not a destination. If you can't feel grateful now, you won't feel grateful later. If you can't appreciate small blessings, you won't appreciate big ones. Gratitude is not a result of success. Gratitude is the foundation of success. The man who knows enough becomes powerful because nothing owns him. Comment, I choose enough. 10. Practicing presence, the art of being fully alive. Gratitude and presence are twins. You cannot have one without the other. But look around. Most people are ghosts in their own lives. Eating while scrolling, walking while thinking 10 steps ahead, talking while planning their next sentence, living while waiting for the weekend. A distracted life cannot produce gratitude. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Confine yourself to the present." Try this simple Stoic exercise. Pick any moment today, drinking water, taking a shower, stepping outside. Stop. Feel it fully. Don't rush. Don't multitask. Just be there. You'll experience something shocking. Your ordinary life becomes extraordinary the moment you finally show up for it. 11. Stoic journaling, building inner strength on paper. Modern journaling is mostly emotional dumping. Stoic journaling is different. It's clarity, direction, self-respect. Every morning, Marcus Aurelius wrote to himself, not for an audience, not for approval, but to strengthen his mind. Use this structure. Morning page, intentions. What matters today? Who do I want to be today? What challenge am I ready for? Evening page, reflection. What did I learn today? What am I grateful for? What can I improve tomorrow? This ritual turns your mind into a disciplined ally, not an enemy. A strong mind creates a grateful heart. 12. Amor fati, loving whatever life throws at you. This is the highest Stoic philosophy. Not acceptance, not tolerance. Love. Love the obstacle. Love the delay. Love the rejection. Love the storm. Love the setback. Nietzsche said, "My formula for greatness, amor fati, to not merely bear what is necessary, but to love it." Gratitude becomes unbreakable when you stop fighting life and start trusting that everything is shaping you. This level of gratitude creates warriors, people who cannot be defeated because every setback fuels them. Comment, I choose amor fati. 13. The Gratitude Challenge, 7 days that will change your life. If you want your audience to take action, add this challenge. Day 1, morning appreciation. List 5 things you've been taking for granted. Day 2, gratitude walk. Walk outside silently. Appreciate every detail. Day 3, write a truth. Write one painful moment that made you stronger. Day 4, the Stoic pause. Practice pausing before reacting. Day 5, voluntary discomfort. Do one difficult thing on purpose. Day 6, the view from above. Sit still for 3 minutes and imagine life from above. Day 7, gratitude letter. Write a message to someone you are grateful for. Send it, or don't. The power is in writing it. A week of this doesn't just make you grateful. It shifts the way you see everything. 14, the final Stoic reminder. You will not be here forever. This is where real gratitude is born. Not from comfort, not from success, from the truth. You are temporary. Everyone you love is temporary. This moment will never come again. Marcus Aurelius repeated this to himself constantly. You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do, say, and think. Most people fear this idea. Stoics embraced it. Because knowing your time is limited doesn't make life darker. It makes it brighter, more vivid, more sacred, more urgent. Gratitude becomes easy when you understand the truth. Nothing is guaranteed. Everything is borrowed. And every moment is a gift.